Hello everyone, thank you for joining me in this tutorial that I'm going to be doing today. It's going to be very amazing for you to watch this particular tutorial, because if you are in business and you want to do your product promotions, then you do not know how to do this. Actually, you need to I don't know, you just need to watch this video so that you can know how to do branding for your businesses using Photoshop. How do you make promotions of specific products that you have? Maybe you're having a sales, maybe you're having a sales promotion, maybe you're having a Black Friday promotion, maybe you're having a Valentine's season promotion, you're having an Eid promotion, you're having whichever promotions you're having. Maybe you just want to generally sell your products. How do you do that? So this tutorial is meant for those people who are doing Photoshop branding for businesses. So today I will use just a simple image of a picture that I download on Gmail, on Google I mean, to put on Photoshop and then put that kind of promotions that we think of, we want to achieve. So right away to our Photoshop, I'm using a canvas that is 1:1 aspect ratio, which is 2000 by 2000 pixels at 100 pixels per inch. And then this is the artboard that is meant for Instagram and Facebook. So if you are targeting an audience on those two platforms, this is the aspect ratio that you're supposed to be using. So I went online and searched for Beats by Dre headphones, and I got this Solo 3, and I like this golden one because it looks nice. I've already downloaded it, and I'm going to just drag it to my timeline, I'm just going to drag it to my artboard so that we can be able to have a look at it. So after that, we've dragged our headphone there. We have the background layer, our background layer. I'm just going to name things to make things a bit neat for everybody. So this is how you do it. We have a background layer. I will add on top of the background layer a new layer. And this one, I'm going to call it a brush layer. So on this one, I'll just click B for brush so that I can activate my brush tool. My brush tool, which is, I'm just using a general brush tool, which is a soft round brush at size a pixel of 1760. Opacity, I'm going to increase the opacity, but the flow, I will leave it at 35. And then it's this big. Then I'm going to paint behind my design. I want to paint like that, like so. Okay, so we have our design that has already been painted in, like so. So you can see it's already painted in. I will put a drop shadow effect on our Beats by Dre, and you can see it's going to be looking so nicely outlined. We have that one. That is one of the effects that I've just added there. On top of the brush, I'm still going to add another layer, and this one I'm going to call it patterns, lines, I don't know. Maybe I should call it patterns, but I'm going to use a brush tool again on that. So these patterns, I'm going to use a brush tool again. But this time around, I'm going to select specific brushes to put there. So I've selected a dotted wavy brush. So this one, and then I'm going to change the color of that brush, the ink color. Where is it going to? Sorry. I'm going to change the ink color of that brush. The size is so big. It's okay. So you can see there are some dots that I've added. Actually, I've added them there. Let me just increase my opacity so that you can be able to see them. Yeah, there are some dots that you can see there. Very nice dots around my design. Let me maybe increase the opacity again. Yeah, no, that one is somehow better. This is better. So when you have this one, I think if I use a filter here so that I can be able to see how far the brush is going. I want this to be full on top, back there. So we have our headphones, which is there, and we have our background. So what I need to do next is draw more patterns. We are still on these patterns. I'm going to draw to use a rectangle, and then I will draw some patterns. I'm using a simple way to do this technique. I'm using a manual way, I mean. There is another simpler way, which is an already made pattern that you have to download, but the one that I'm using is actually somehow yes, somehow like that. So this one, I'm going to move it there. I'm going to make it look like a little bit above. So we have like this, and then we will move them like up there. This one I will. This one is the one that I've selected. Okay. Don't worry with my language. Don't worry. I'm just looking at where I can put these patterns. Okay, so we have our 2 lines. You might ask why I'm putting those 2 lines there, but we can add some other shapes here. Just adding some shapes. Copying them and then just copying them there. So what's wrong with this? Just spacing them out, then I reduce the size, and then I tilt them. You can have them maybe from there. Actually, we can merge them, then we can duplicate them there. This one can go somewhere down here. You don't have to do the exact thing that I'm doing. Just understand that I'm trying to decorate it. Trying to make it look simplistic patterns. That's okay. So once we've done that, what we need to now put is something that we call on this background. I'm going to add another brush, and this brush I'm going to my circle, then I'm going to make it a little bit dark, a dark one, and then sorry, it's too big, so I'll reduce to somewhere there, and then I do like that. It's just there to make some highlights, to highlight. So we have our Beats by Dre, and then I'm going to draw some circle, and this circle I'm going to put it on top here. The color of the circle looks weird, so we will get a light circle, actually on this circle, I'm thinking our fill should be out, but our stroke should be in. As the stroke is up, is in. I don't know. So when you have like this, your fill can go a little bit down. And then you have like, you can write something called cell. Then you can, my computer is misbehaving, just bear with me. You can do like that. This is cell. You can do it like that. And then you can say 30% maybe. 30%. And then you can do it like that. This is one. So you have your Beats by Dre, you can put that 30% there. This cell needs to be visible, so you need to make it somehow bold so that it can be seen. And then it will be good. So I'm using this font called Montserrat. So I'll put this sale into a group, then I write sale. Another thing is we can write, it's called, the product is called Beats Solo 3. So we can just, because everybody knows this logo represents Beats by Dre. So I'm just going to write Solo 3. So this Solo 3, I will increase it in size. Solo 3, and then Solo 3, I think I should put a space maybe. Sorry, not a space, maybe a hyphen. Okay, so Solo 3, I'm going to overlay it on top of our image, for image, actually behind it. I will duplicate, I think the color is also not good for me. The color should be like this. Solo 3. I will duplicate it. I will put it on top of the image. I will make the fill go out. I will do a stroking fill effect. So the stroke needs to be, oh sorry, not that. The color has to be dark. And then the size needs to be very thin. I think it's inside. So I'll put the color that one. I'll make that one like that. My stroke 2, and then that way. So after that, let me just do something. Yeah, so we've done that. We've already put that text back and forth. I will add another layer here. Make it. This is just a shortcut. So these are clipped mask. I've clipped that text on that. I've clipped the one on top just on the image. As you can see, it is just going to be affecting the areas where the image is masked actually. So the one below, the text below, I'm going to add a drop shadow so that it looks popping out. It looks popping out. Yeah, it looks like it's part of the whole thing. So now we have Solo 3. Actually, I don't know, maybe this color of the stroke should be somehow different. Can I put white? No, it is okay. It is okay that way. So now that we have Solo 3 sale, and the sale is 30%, then down here you can add your own text. Maybe you can add text to say where your business is situated. It's just an example of a text that you can add there. And this text color has to be a color that is visible. And I'm going to make it centered. So this is an example of how you can do that. And below here on the right or the left, you can add your social media icons. So this is an example of how you can do a sale. A sale, it's called sale. A sale artwork. I think I like this. And as you can see, somebody will say maybe this is already final, but you can still continue to make it more beautiful, because I like beautifying things. So up to this particular area, I'm just going to finalize by adding some of my beautiful features, which is a color lookup. And the color lookup that I'm going to add, let me put a warmth. Warmth looks terrible. Winter is terrible. Yeah, winter is terrible. I think we are just okay with that. Yeah, even this pink one looks nice, but we want to leave it in its original color. Maybe I should just add an adjustment, maybe on contrast, to increase the contrast and reduce the brightness. So maybe brightness somewhere here. This looks nice, isn't it? So up to this particular area, I'm just going to say thank you for staying with me to this tutorial up to this particular time. I still encourage you to subscribe more on this channel, share this content far and wide to as many people as possible that you can know, that you can remember. Always come to this channel to learn more things on graphic design related tutorials. So till we meet again, thank you.